Green again, Banter Bubbles just giving us the green. Yesterday we were looking at these altcoins. We saw those stochastics, the 4 hours, the 8 hours, the 12 hours, the daily. It was telling us something. It was telling us that we were going to get some kind of bounce. Even if it was a short-term bounce, we were going to take it. And that's what it dished out for us yesterday. So we got the moves, but now what do we do? You know, we've had the move. Is that the end of the move? Is it rejection time now? Or are we now going to look for longs on some of these pullbacks? I'll tell you what I've done. I've taken longs on Sol. I've taken longs on Link right now in the last 15 minutes. I've also I've raised my phantom position. I've increased that. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about some of these meme coins as well, because meme coin season won't stop. And if you feel like you're missing out, well, I'm going to take you through some of these things just to show you what it's about and where you can get some of these tokens. So a lot to talk about here today, guys. Let's get right into it. I am also running a poll once again in the chats here. So have a look at that poll. Let me know. I mean, when meme season ends, where is this money going to go? We need to try and figure that one out and see what we're going to do next, because we've seen these gaming tokens blow up and these memes just are not stopping. Run's doing shows on it. I'm even talking about it nonstop. We were dealing with BONK, but now we've moved on. I mean, we got even filthier now. There's something called the 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀. WIF. I mean, it's sometimes crypto is surprising, but don't be surprised in crypto that we are trying to trade tokens with a dog with a hat. Right, so here's the news. I mean, it's making CoinDesk news. Meme coin fever continues. These things are pumping. This thing COQ, even George is starting to talk about this COQ thing in the US. They've now put it on an exchange, KuCoin. So we're going to talk about this guy as well. It's just full flow here. And remember, guys, if you're holding this hot potato, at some point this thing's going to fall over and it's going to reverse. But like Run likes to say, while the music is on, let's dance. So let's carry on looking at some of these meme coins and see if we can snipe a couple of entries there. Right, so this is BTC on the 2 hour. And these are the levels that I've been marking out, that I've been working with today. And we got such a nice reaction here so far on this horizontal and 382 pull here. Look at that nice reaction. So 42,400 right now is my support marker for the day, and my resistance marker for the day is 43,450. And you can see it's very clear here. We got this horizontal resistance area, so it's a big area for us to break through. But most importantly, yesterday, what we were looking at this trend. We blew through the trend. We've come back and we've retested on a 382, and at the same time we saw retests on Solana, we saw retests on Link, we saw retests on things like Phantom and a shit ton of these other altcoins. So hopefully you guys have sniped some of your entries there based on this little pullback here. And now if we are going to be long, the assumption is that this was the low for the pullback, and now things are going to carry on moving for BTC. So let's just look at the bigger picture again. This is what I was pulling up yesterday. This is us on the weekly, and potential bull flag here forming on the weekly for BTC. And let's keep our eyes on this thing. Bigger picture again, still this 48k, that hasn't changed. And support regions, anything from 38 down to about this 37,000 region is still a hot zone for us if we do break lower. Okay, dominance. This is dominance on the 1 hour. Dominance hasn't been great today. It's been pumping a little bit for BTC. And remember, dominance pumping is not always a good thing, especially when dominance is pumping and BTC has been dipping like it was earlier. It wasn't nice to see dominance pushing up so high. That does affect our altcoins a little bit. So we must just keep our eyes on that. Ideally, again, we want a rejection on this dominance for us to get our full fever into these altcoins. Okay, let's see who's in the chats. No, Steve is talking about this COQ meme coin. No, guys, it's bad. I mean, these memes are actually taking over our lives here. When are we going to go back to normal? You know. Okay, so the first thing we can talk about here is we had a blow up from this SEI network. So this is a layer one, and it's been lagging. So 𝗓 and 𝗬𝗍, they've always been sort of spoken about together. And these are two absolute laggers. We have spoken about this one. We've touched on it briefly, and off it went last night. So maybe now we are shifting into some of these unspoken of layer ones. They are starting to move. So possibly some money moving out of Injective and those type of things into these type of token. So let's just see what's going on here. So there is now a spike in users on this SEI network, Say network. Things are flying here. And Irish man Joe, he's actually one of our researchers. He was talking about this today, saying maybe, yeah, it's time for this play. So guys, let's look for some entries here on this SEI, and then let's look for some entries on this SUI as well. So right now, this is Say on the daily. And right now, you can see it's absolutely ripping. So what first thing we're going to do is look for some horizontal supports. We want to find some solid areas here for us. If we do get a pullback, where can it possibly settle? So you want to identify some solid horizontals here. So here you can see this was the previous high here on the daily. So this was 0.3. And now we want to just identify a region of a pullback. So let's say that was the top, for example, where it is right now. Let's just pull some fibs here and look for a decent area. And look at that. So we've got a beautiful 382 area right here. So this is our first line of support for SEI, 0.31. So that is that's looking solid for us. Any pullbacks now are coming to talk to a potential horizontal and a 382 fib on that daily pull. So that's looking nice. But this thing is looking incredibly bullish. So we might have to just go a little bit DJing here quickly. So let's just dial in and see if we can pick something up on the 15 minutes. Okay, this is the DGen only vibes here now. And we can see now it's breaking this 15-minute horizontal. So this is proper DGen levels, guys. So exercise extreme caution here. But what you can see is happening. We have broken a horizontal resistance area now, and SEI looks like it wants to start pushing. Let's look for a trend. Okay, we've got a nice little trend, and you can see what's happened here. They've just squeezed it up past that horizontal. So what you want to see now, if you are a scalper or that type of thing looking for this move, that is kind of what you want to watch. So you're looking at what's quite a deep stop potentially, but very high targets here for this SEI if it's going to continue. And here's a potential play for you. So stop loss, the safest stop loss for this particular move, 0.3369. And upside targets, well, let's zoom out again, and let's pull our 1.618 and see if we can just identify a couple of targets here for this move. So what I'm going to do is pull my fib from the previous high to the low, and I'm looking for the 1.618 fib. So I'm just going to plug this one in. And there it is. So that is our first potential target, the 1.618, and then we can add the 2.618. And these are now our two potential targets that we are looking for this SEI. So let's go back to the 15 minutes. Okay, so our first target now is 0.38. So that should give us about 8% move. And then the next area, the 2.168, is quite a big move if we are going to go there, 36%. So that is a potential play for us right now. So the risk reward for that 2618 is a risk reward of 9. Your stop loss is just about 4%, give or take at the moment. So low leverage stuff, spot stuff, guys. Play safely here. If this thing is bullish, there's no reason it's going to stop now today, particularly if BTC is going to move. So there we go. Let's see how this one goes for the day. Then the next one is SUI. Okay, and this also woke up yesterday a little bit, and we are currently retesting trend. Okay, so let's look for our 382 for the pullback. Okay, so we've got a 382 and trend retest. Now, we've seen this across the board. We've seen this on Solana. We've seen it on Phantom. I think Link did a 618 retest. So you're going to see a lot of this on your favorite altcoins. So basically what you want to do is look for your favorite coins that you are tracking. See if they did get a similar pullback. We've seen corresponding fib pullbacks on BTC now and some of these altcoins. So this is now your chance to potentially snag a nice little entry if this move is going to continue. So here's SUI. Again, 382 and trend retest here at 0.659. So that is your potential support marker for this move. I see Kenneth wants to see Beam. We haven't looked at Beam in a while. That's a good one. Leroy is looking at Pyth. Are we still doing Pyth, guys? Weren't we saying Pyth needs to go to this 29 first? Okay, David wants to see Litecoin. Let's see what else we got here. Don says, show us the way. I'm trying to show you guys the way. I'm trying to show you guys the way. I'm going to show you guys the filthy way with some of these meme coins again, but it's high risk stuff. And I like to, I like to bring you guys to these nice trading view charts and like civilized trading, not this scavenging stuff on these meme coins, because it's actually quite, it's not intimidating, but it's quite overwhelming. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to look, and I have to ask my absolute degen friends for advice on what I can tell you guys. So, they've been guiding me as to how I can show you and tell you guys how to go about these things. So I'm going to talk to you about that now. Guys, Injective, who got this one yesterday? We got a massive move yesterday. We were looking at this pullback onto that 618 or 382. We got a 24% pump on Injective. Guys, let me know in the chat, have you been taking some of these scalps that I'm giving you here? We put a lot of effort into getting these levels here. Let me know who got this one and who rode this one to the top, or who's still in this thing. Let me know. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. Bruce is in it. Of course, Bruce is in it. Yeah, Bruce is also here in the back, The legend awaits. I'm sure he's got something for us as well. So we might sell that for some likes there for Bruce. Okay, guys, so let me know who got this Injective move yesterday. 22%. Classic play here, break of horizontal, retest, and absolutely sent once again. And Injective just not getting tired at the moment. Right now, I would wait now for entries. Let's look for some more structure, and let's let that one play out a little bit. Okay, here's Solana. And as you can see, BTC had that 382 pullback, nice little bounce BTC. And what did these altcoins do? Solana went ping, 382 trend retest. So that's a nice little move for us. So right now we do have some action on that level. So what I'm looking at for Sol right now, for my trade, my exit is under the 618. So if it does want to come lower and we close under that 618, I'm going to jump ship on the Solana trade. My target for Sol, my interim target, is 88. So my move that I'm looking for, and I'm going to show you where I opened this one, is a 20% move I'm looking for on Solana here off this 382. Okay, and that's my play, and my exit is a candle close under the 618. So for me, once we've closed under that 618, I would think we are looking a little bit bearish and things want to come lower. So that is my current play here. It's a risk reward of about 5 that I'm looking for on Sol. And once we start cracking this level up here, this 88 region, there's some massive targets ahead for Sol. So yeah, I mean, we're looking at 130, 140, things like that potentially here. So let's see if this move is the one we're looking for. These altcoins could be pushing on to some good areas here. So that is my current Solana play, and I've opened it on 2bit. I was very tired of waiting for my DeFi trades here that I opened on 2bit for you guys. So for those of you that don't know, 2bit is a sponsor of the show, and they are offering a limited offer for people that sign up in the link in the description. So 2bit trades quite a lot like 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗍, and they are quite KYC friendly as well. So there is a link in the description. For $100 you put in, they're giving $35 sign up bonus for you that you can trade with. And right now you can see I've still got 2 of these DeFi plays open. I've got a 𝗬𝗍𝗃 and a 1-inch, and I've just opened the Solana long that I was telling you about. So I've grabbed my first entry there for Sol. If it does dip lower into that 618, I'm going to add to that position and try and make it a bigger size there. If we get that opportunity at that 618, then we're going to look for that bigger move. So right now 2bit, there is a limited offer in the description, guys. So if you want to take advantage of that offer, sign up now. It's a $35 bonus for the $100 that you put in, and yeah, get trading here. And you can see quite a nice exchange. I'm running the DeFi stuff on a cross account at the moment on 10x, and Sol, I've done an isolated position so that it just remains in a container now. So I know that my exit point for Sol is a close under that 618, and I know if that trade fails, for example, then I know that it's isolated. That trade is now safe, and it won't affect the other positions in my trading account. So that's how I'm playing that at the moment. Okay, let's look at Link. So Link, same story. In fact, Link had a bigger drawdown. Link had a 618 drawback. So ideally we wanted that 382, because that 382 for Link had the 50-day MA and it had the 382 here. So this was my preferred zone for Link, and this is a trade we've also given in the Sniper Club at the moment. So we are bullish on a Link move here. And it's actually now we do have a slightly better entry here. So now you can get a tighter stop loss for yourself. If you grab this one here, your stop, you're looking for a close under that 618 region, basically under the sniper zone. Now remember, the sniper zone is a little area under the 618, so it's not just perfectly on the 618, it's a little region underneath that we like to call the sniper zone. So for me, these are your options. In fact, there's multiple options here, but let's look for a spot trader. You way more relaxed. Okay, so you're looking for entries, and you'd want to exit once you lose these previous lows from yesterday. So that is Monday the 18th of December. So spot traders, you're going to say, well, if we close underneath 13.6, then we're going to jump ship. And spot traders are looking for this TP up here, at least to this area over here. So we're looking for about a 20% move. So this is spot or very low leverage traders. And then higher leverage traders, well, it's slightly a different game for you, because if you're running a leverage position, whatever your leverage is multiplied by the size of your stop. So if you've got a 3% stop and you're running a 5x leverage account, that's going to cost you 15%. So just remember that when you are doing your calculations. So that's why leverage traders, when things go well for you, the upside is obviously amazing. But when things go badly for leverage traders, then their losses are obviously higher. So just manage your risk very carefully here. And the way you can play this, if you are looking for entries, for me as a leverage trader, I would exit under the sniper zone. So I'd look for a candle close under that sniper zone region. So that sniper zone region is 13.965. So if the candle closes under that region, I would say things are looking a little bit bearish there, but the upside target is about 20%. And then spot traders, once again, you can take things a lot deeper if you want to, and that's under that about 13.6 region would be your low. So that would be a loss of yesterday's low, and that's not a good look for these altcoins. I think things would be looking quite dark and bearish out there if we do lose that. Okay, there's still questions on 𝗬𝗏𝗡. So yeah, we saw 𝗬𝗏𝗡 yesterday. That was a fork and it pumped like crazy. And they came back and they settled on a nice entry zone. So 𝗬𝗏𝗡 is actually still at that entry point from yesterday. They had a little move off it, but the 𝗬𝗏𝗡 hasn't changed from yesterday. It's still at the potential entry zone. Okay, let's see what we got next. Next is Phantom. So again, same story for Phantom. Typical 382 pullback, trend retest for these altcoins. So again, not looking the worst, and nice little bounce at the moment. So I added to my Phantom long that I had, and yeah, let's see how this one plays out. I'm still looking for bigger things for Phantom. Sheldon's also feeling quite bullish on Phantom. We like our old coins here. Let's pull up the other Phantom chart for you. A little bit of a lag here. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. There it comes. Okay. So this is where we are now. Phantom on the weekly. So upside target again. I want to smash the 618 properly now. We have touched it once. We hit that TP. But I want to smash the 618 at 47. And I want to try and take on this 200-week MA at 51.6. So 0.516. That is my next target for Phantom. So that's what I'd like to see there. Right, then another thing that's been moving, HNT, they've moved to Solana. We chatted about this one yesterday, and again, relative strength, a lot stronger than some of these altcoins, these other ones. You can see the size of this move. So right now, for traders and scalpers, you want to watch what's going on here. We've got a little flag here. Let's see how HNT performs here, but we're looking for something bullish here potentially for HNT. So there could be an opportunity brewing here if you want to play that flag game. Remember, you want to try and tackle and grab some of these deeper pullbacks onto these flag lows, and you can just nibble a little bit. When it comes down, you just grab a little bit. When it comes down again, you grab a little bit and see how you go. Load this thing up, and if there is more bullishness in the market, this thing should rip for us. Okay, let's see how this poll is going here. So meme coins won't stop pumping. Where does the narrative go next? So ETH and Friends, 28% like ETH and Friends. DeFi, not so much, not very interested, 18%. AI, 25%. And none of the above, say 28%. Okay, let me know in the chats, what am I missing here? Where's it going then? Where's the none of the above? Let me know where that money goes to, guys. Let me know what you're thinking here, the 28% of you. Okay, quick little update on Casper. Same story. So again, you're gonna be very tired of hearing me talk to you about these corresponding 382 altcoin pullbacks that tied in with the BTC 382 altcoin pullbacks. But once you start watching the magic unfold in front of you, then it becomes a lot simpler to trade these altcoins and to time where you're looking for your entries and things like that. So CAS as well did what we wanted it to do. We had a pump yesterday. We were looking for that move. All these things, all these tokens were telling us we were going to get some kind of upside, and a lot of them have pumped into resistance areas as well. So typical little rejection here for CAS. And CAS bulls, you want to see this 382 hold preferably, and ideally we are looking for bigger things. We're going to get super bullish on CAS once we have this horizontal support here at 115. So once we have that horizontal support confirmed for CAS, I'm going to turn a little bit more bullish on CAS, might get a little bit more aggressive on this one, and then we're just going to target this range high, this 0.147 region. That's going to be our target. So let's see how CAS plays out now. Let it play out a little bit. I really want to see this 115 form as support for us, and then we can get some moves here. Okay, a lot of comments here about Pyth still. What else we got? What else we got? Guys, you need to answer my question here. Where is the money going to go to? If it's not ETH and friends, it's not DeFi, it's not AI. Gaming we've had already. Let me know what you're thinking here. Robin says, miss the madness, I keep you calm. Guys, listen, we just play good areas. That's what we do. You know, we stay calm. We look for good areas. We look for opportunities, and we do it. Right, let's get on to these meme coins, and then I want to get into some of yours. Leroy says 𝗵𝗵𝗱𝗊. That's a good one. And DJ, oh, I've lost this one. Where's it gone? DJ is saying 𝗬𝗍 is the next 𝗍. So yes, guys, I mean, things have been very quiet with the 𝗍 and 𝗬𝗍. So let's see. Deepen and meme, says George. Okay, guys, here we go. So the first thing we're going to discuss, it's I mean, this is what my life has become, okay? People are buying tokens. The dog of Solana, okay? It's a dog with a hat, okay? Somebody showed this to me about 2-3 weeks ago, and I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The market cap must have been 5 million at the time, okay? Then it was shown to me again last Friday. The market cap was about 20. I was like, it can't go anymore. This thing is wrecked. Can't go anymore, okay? Current market cap is now 180 million, okay? So this thing has done, since Friday, it was about 20 million, give or take. This thing has done 9x since Friday, okay? I mean, this is absolutely insane. When does this end? It's very tricky. So this is what I want to show you guys. If you're buying these meme coins, because we know Solana meme coins are blowing up, and I had to go to the darkest DGen friends that I have that are experts in this territory. They do NFTs and they do meme coins. That's what they do, and they are excellent at it. And they sent me to this �11𝗓. Okay, so you want to do this. If you want to play this game and you want to buy these tokens, again, this is not on the chart. You can see this thing is pumping. And there's no actual entry here right now, but I just want to show you guys how you go about this. You go to this �11𝗓 thing, you go connect wallet, and you get your Solana wallet. So you want to make sure you have a Solflare, Solid, or Phantom. I use Phantom. They're quite easy to work with. And you wire it up to this guy. You send Sol to your wallet. It's very seamless. It's very quick. There's no gas fees. There's no ridiculous gas fees. Like ETH, you try and buy $100 with ETH, you end up paying $10 or $15 worth of gas. With Solana, it's cost next to nothing. So it makes sense that AVAX meme coins and Solana meme coins are all ripping, because it's so easy to play around with the wallets and on these exchanges. So you'd go to �11𝗓 and you want to look for entries there. And again, you can chart these meme coins exactly the way you chart on TradingView. In fact, this is a TradingView plugin. So you can do the same work. And you'll often find that they respect the same levels and things like that, and they do respect FIBs too. So you want to start looking for areas like that. Obviously, these settings are now not my settings, so we need to adjust them a little bit here. But let's pull up some of my Fibonacci here. Let's see what we got. I never understand why they do these background colors here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got a little 618 pullback. No, we don't have a 618 pullback. Let's see what this was here. Okay, so nothing confirmed yet on the Fibonacci, but let's wait and see. Okay, what we can give you here, 382 at 0.14. Okay, 0.1405. If you are interested at buying a zero fundamentals thing with a dog with a beanie on, you do need to be strategic about it. So look for key levels. Here's your 618, a little bit lower down. So this should also offer you some kind of support here. You can see there was a little bit of action in this region. So 0.096 and 0.14. So these are areas of interest. Again, these things do have pullbacks. Okay. But they do have mega pumps as well. So these are the types of areas you want to look at if you want to play with this thing, a dog with a hat. Looks like he's grand at this one for him. Okay, so here is the next one. Oh, and other news on dog with hat. They're now getting listed on MEXC. So the energy and the stuff is still going to continue here. I can't see this ending right now. So, I mean, once these guys get exchange listings, then the marketing teams come and they start pushing these things out there. So there might be more legs here for dog with hat. So see how you go. If you want to start, bird's eye, that's where you need to be. Next one, Chonky. Okay, I was told to buy Chonky by the DGen friend. Must have been 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, reached the point now where this thing is just absolutely ripping again. So here's Chonky on bird's eye, and exact same principle. You're going to send to your Solana wallet, you connect your Solana wallet, you buy it through there. I'm not sure if Chonky is going to make a listing, and you can see there's all nice information on the side here. They give you their market cap. At the moment, Chonky's market cap is 27 million. And you can play the game. You play the support resistance games. You look for solid areas, and exactly the same principle. In fact, this one is playing very nicely. Look at that. Okay, so this one's got 618s and horizontals. When it starts talking to me like that, I get a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so if you want to buy Chonky, which is a dog on Solana, another dog, 0.4885. Okay, there's an area there. Okay, 0.4885, and your next level 0.0435. Okay, so 0.04885, 0.0435. So that is Chonky the dog. Don't ask me what it does, because it does absolutely nothing other than get hyped up and pumped out in the market. Okay, so there we go. What's the next one? Peepo. Not sure. Fundamentally, I think this is the original Pepe, but on Solana or something along these lines. Okay, so this is another one that was brought to my attention. Peepo, tradable on Bird Eye, and all I can give you now is a 2-hour chart. We've got a trend break and we've got a retest, and that's all I've got for you. So a potential entry here on this retest, multiple zeros, 1.6. Okay, so there's a possible entry, and this is just a classic trend break play here for Peepo. Exit areas, if you are wrong, if this thing starts turning over, your safest area is the 0.47988, and you can start looking under some fib zones. Let's look under the 618 here. Okay, so there's a little region there. You lose the sniper zone. Let's call it 0.01236. Okay, so that's another exit area. If you start closing under that region, that's a potential exit zone for Peepo. Peepo, yeah, it says Peep, but it's actually Peepo. And remember, these meme coins are volatile. They rip up, they rip down, and yeah, small stuff here, guys. You don't want to go ape into these things because they keep changing. The new ones keep coming out. I mean, there's something else. Somebody showed me now. There was somebody said loading. I want to tell you what's coming out next. I mean, this is even more ridiculous. Let me see if I can find this one quickly. Chonky is a cat, apparently, so it's not a dog. Okay, so I've just been told that Chonky is actually a cat. Okay, so the guys are saying Violet in you and Gwen with a hat is now coming as well. So like, this stuff doesn't end, so just be careful with what you're buying. I mean, a lot of these could end you quite quickly. So here's the next one, wife. Wife is what is this one? Market cap 500,000. Again, another high risk play, but one of my DGen friends told me about this wife token. So here it is on Bird Eye. If you want to have a stab at this one, same story. You connect your Sol wallet. That's how you grab this thing. And remember, you need one of these to work in your favor, and they go 20x, 30x, 50x. And then you're cooking. So that's why you don't need a massive size here. You can play around with very small positions and see how they go. I mean, this 𝗕𝗏𝗃 is a prime example here as to what happened here, as well as this dog with hat, which was 5 million market cap just the other day. So this thing has gone absolutely parabolic here. Then there's this other one, 𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗬 something about it's going to get printed on a spaceship. I think it was on Run Show yesterday. So this is a high risk play, apparently very low volume here, so just be careful on this one. This is incredibly high risk, but maybe something happening on this one when they do send it to the moon. They might have a 𝗘𝗔𝗦 sticker on the spaceship or one of these things. And let's see how we go. Bruce, I'm dying here. I'm dying here from all these.
This is crazy. I mean, I'm starting to wonder whether crypto has become taken over by Walt Disney Corporation.
No, it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. I want to trade Solana. I want to trade Phantom.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
No, this is.
And I never hear about this stuff till like way later. You've got all the cool friends.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've got some absolute DGen friends that bring these to my attention. I'd say the hit rate, if they send me 10, I'd say about 2 or 3 work, but then they work like drop. But they work like really well. So it's quite a minefield out there. And it's too overwhelming for me. I mean, these opportunities come and it's hectic. So guys, just be safe out there.
Yeah. You'll get follow the right as fast as you win.
Yeah, follow the right accounts. Sometimes they pull out some gems. I mean, there's this other one here. What are we following here? Altcoin Gordon. I mean, he's pulled out this one, 𝗓𝗏𝗋. Okay, he's talking about this 𝗓𝗏𝗋 today. You follow accounts like that. You follow these DeFi accounts, and then you might find some of these things early as they're moving. But you can see, look at these trends here down the right hand side of my screen. What's trending under business and finance? WIF. WIF. What's trending? 𝗕𝗏𝗃. What is trending? COQ. COQ.
I don't get it.
Under business and finance, WIF is trending. I mean, this is what we've got to. Okay, so here's this COQ. Here's this COQ in you, that crypto George.
Wait, what's that called?
It's so.
You say it again twice.
It's a meme coin on AVAX. I didn't want to say it yesterday, but everyone's saying it, and it's spelt like the coq, like as in le coq sportif, like the French coq. Coq in you.
I believe that. I got a bridge to sell you.
Well, these guys have gone as far as listing on KuCoin. Okay, now wow. I mean. Yeah, this guy, Cryptos Are Us, is talking about this thing, it seems like constantly. This was another one. This was brought to us, when was this? Like a week ago?
Oh, it's COQ, like 𝗏𝗏𝗀.
Yeah.
It's a French token.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to go the I and U part here. But look, it is what it is. Let's just try and understand what's going on here. I mean, if there's going to be a move. Could there be a squeeze? So this seems to be available on KuCoin. I don't think it's on other exchanges at the moment. And you're looking for a type of squeeze setup, and a very simple play here. This is a typical chart that you can play around with. So you lose a trend, and these things start falling over, and then you can sit out and wait. Okay, so this is the play. I mean, remember, this is 15 minutes, so this is high risk stuff here, guys. 15-minute charts looking like it wants to push now to all-time highs again. Okay, so here we are at this 3044. If we lose this trend and we start closing underneath, then it's again very clear. It's the exact same principle as when we're trading Solana, Phantom, all these other guys. You start losing these trends, you start looking at lower areas, and you look for your buyers lower down. So let's see if we can get some kind of tie in here with some lower levels. Okay, so these are your sort of your safety areas if this thing starts falling over. 2741. Okay, there's multiple zeros before that, and 2530. Okay, so these are safety levels at the moment. 2741, 2530, and right now it looks like it wants to push up. Okay, so if you want to play this game, you need to confirm that this is going to be your support, this 30 level, and then we are potentially price discovery and sending this thing higher. So yeah, play safe with cock. I mean, you know,
look on Coke.
Just play safe. Yeah, guys, it's a rough place out there, but people are making money. Yeah. And you just play it safe, find the right people to follow, get in there early, get in the right the right groups, follow the people who follow the people, if you know what I mean, and you can try and do these things early. And obviously Chaos Simon is a master at this stuff. I mean, you know he is. So
I'm reading some of the comments, and I'm not going to push them to the front, but there's some pretty funny comments going on right now. I just gotta let them be.
No, guys. Okay, come. Let's keep it civilized here.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, guys. Simon is very knowledgeable at this stuff, and he's our very own in 𝗏𝗏 Club. He's our coin extraordinary. So yeah, he's around, and it is Simon's birthday today, guys. That's why he's not here. He's
happy birthday!
So if you want to wish Simon happy birthday, fire it in the chats. I'm sure he'd love to see that. He's probably sneakily watching it. And all you guys that say happy birthday every time I have a show, now's your opportunity, because it is actually somebody's birthday.
It really is his birthday.
So there we go.
Today, he can go out and have a drink.
It's it's his 19th anniversary of his 21st, or what is it? Something along those lines. Okay, cool. So let's do an update on BONK. It seems like everyone's getting bored of BONK now, because we're now looking at. I'm also in BONK.
Yeah, I love BONK.
This is my play for BONK. It hasn't changed. Okay, it is looking a little bit bearish now. Okay, because we are getting this. Okay, so what comes next? If we invert this thing, we might be looking potentially at a little pop. Okay, but again, don't let that scare you, because I think it's not a bad opportunity to build a BONK position. So for me, BONK area here, still we are in the buy zone, 0019, and again we have the mega area here, 0015. Okay, so these are still hot zones for me. Nothing to worry about for BONK, especially for the spot players. If you want to build a position, this is easy stuff for you. Okay, these are nice levels to play with, and quite a relaxing way. You can just build this, let it dip down, DCA, get your next level, and when it's BONK time again, then you are live and you are kicking. So again, just to confirm your areas, right now this is a level 19. And then lower down, call it 15.
Yeah, and that's really worth fighting for, because we're talking about just to the recent high. That's a 74% pump. So if you fight for it for a while to get in for one that sticks, totally worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's interesting comments here. People are buying the phones to get the BONK airdrop. So we know what's happening. They're buying the phone, they're taking delivery of the phone, and they're selling their BONK to pay for the cost of the phone. Okay, but when that selling ends, these guys are smart. They'll come up with something else to drive this this BONK. For me, this might be the Doge of 2021. BONK might be the play. So if you think BONK is high, we haven't even entered a proper altcoin run yet. So this could be pretty low for a BONK play in the future, guys. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, guys, we are all yours. We are ready for you. Send me some charts.
We have Len, who has been incredibly, persistent, trying to get us to take a look at Picasso. Do you want to do that one?
What is Picasso?
Exactly.
Is it a shitcoin?
He calls it a replacement for layer one. It's because it's the future, is what he keeps saying.
So where do you get it?
Gate.io. It's called PICO. It's been running forever down in the gutter, and it pumped 200 and some odd %, pushed back up, and it's against that resistance now. But it's PICA. Oh wait, is it PICA? PICA. I'm sorry, PICA.
Yeah, we got it.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, double top here on the 1 hour.
Yep.
Okay. What is this thing? Do we know what this is?
I
suppose
have
it doesn't
no
matter.
clue.
Doesn't actually matter.
Len, if you want to put in the chat what Picasso actually does, we'd love to know.
Okay, well, Picasso respects fibs on the 8 hour, so that's a good start. Okay. Okay, not loving this 382 at the moment. Let's dial in a little bit here. Okay, let's see if we can get yourself a trend going.
Yep.
Have you charted this one? You looked at this one?
Mine looks like yours, except I have a resistance level at the top there. That's exactly the same thing I got.
Yeah. So you can see it's very clear. Yeah, your resistance here, 87. Okay, let's see if we get a little horizontal play here. That could work. Okay, a little SR flip thing. Let's see. Let's pull this flip here again. I want to see this. Okay, 382. Okay, so that's nice. If you're coming down to the 618, then you are most likely losing this trend. Okay, so it could get a little bit messy. So this is your preferred area for Picasso.
Yep.
75. Okay, and then you lose that. Okay, you know the story. You lose that trend, then you most likely are going to start looking at some downside here. So 75 is your bounce zone, and backup zone 68. And it might be a bail zone. Okay, so if you hit that, it might give you a bounce to exit.
And if that doesn't work, it's going to end up being a range play likely, which means it'll come back down to the 34, 33 level and bounce around in there. But they're big moves. So, shorting the top and longing the bottom of that can be incredibly productive.
Okay, let's go stacks. Guys, let us know what tokens you want. Just fire it up here. Bruce and I are on it. Bruce will tackle 1 or 2 for you as well.
Yeah. I got 𝗬𝗏 as well, because that was another one that's looking cool.
Yeah, that was a nice little range play yesterday. Nice move of range lows. Okay, stacks. Look at the stacks. I love it when they listen. It's very nice when these altcoins listen. Okay, so stacks again, hits the highs from March 23. Okay, so big things coming here for stacks. If we can crack that, the stacks situation is going to get pretty exciting. Okay, let's dial out again. Okay, targets for stacks. If we start blowing these levels here, 1.53. Oh, and I like this area there. Okay, I really like this zone. This is juicy. 1.78. Okay, 1.78, 1.53. Okay, are the next areas. But what we need to do is confirm this old resistance as support first. Okay, so let's get up there. Let's get through this region. Okay, so let's just dial in here. You want to get through this area, and you want this zone now confirmed as support. So you want to see something along these lines. Okay, as long as we get support somewhere in this region here, this 1.2, build a little flag here, then we start getting excited. Okay, then we got 1.78 and 1.53 as potential targets for stacks. So if you can grab an entry there, if it starts looking like it's building a little flag for you or something along these lines, see what you can find. But again, nice little move off an old 618.
Yeah,
break up, retest. Yeah, it's lovely.
And isn't stacks highly correlated to Bitcoin too? So if Bitcoin holds its level, that'll do well. But if Bitcoin drops back down to retest the bottom trend line, then stacks could tank also, right?
Very much. So yeah, definitely Bitcoin correlated play there. Okay, DYDX, don't worry guys, still killing me. Still eating away at my soul. I have trimmed my position a little bit because it's just too painful to watch this thing unfold at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm still long in DYDX, and you can see why. It's still holding its areas. There's no reason to actually close this whole thing. Yeah, I think I don't want to speculate on DYDX because fuck it. I mean, I sat in this thing for ages, and it gave us a small little move.
You do realize that the minute we take our eyes off it, it's going to pump, right?
Yeah. So that's why I'm not leaving. Not leaving. I'm sitting in DYDX again.
I'll fight it with you.
Stop me out. They must stop me out then. You know, even if it becomes something like a watch list for me, that when it starts moving, then I can start adding to this thing. I'm not closing this entire position. I'm going to stay in this. Okay, let's go. Bruce, can you do veracity?
Oh yeah, sure.
And WLD.
Wild. Okay, hang on.
Okay, I'm going to pull up GRT and MATIC. And I just want to show you guys GALA. Very similar play here. So GALA was, I put this chart in 𝗧𝗏𝗏 yesterday. So for those of you that don't know, 𝗧𝗏𝗏, we are all in there. Okay, there's a lot of us in there. Okay, Mama Sniper, Craig, Sheldon, myself, Bruce, Dave, Simon. Who am I missing? It's everyone. We've got everyone. Okay, one of the things I do there is drop these charts. Every single day I drop updated charts for you guys on my thoughts behind it, levels that I like, resistance areas, support zones, and things that you guys can play with. GALA was one of them. And early yesterday, I was saying I'm looking for this move for GALA. I'm looking for a rejection, a pump from the 618. I was looking for this rejection here at the 618 and horizontal, and so far it's playing out accordingly. So for those of you that are looking for moves in GALA, we do have trend resistance right now. So you just need to be a little bit patient here. We do need to crack this area first to turn proper bullish here and make this old horizontal our support. We want this old horizontal resistance to become our support. So 0.0 call it 0.0298 is where we want to see support for GALA. Then we turn nice and bullish again, and then we can really start firing it up. But remember, another tip, guys, remember yesterday when we were feeling bearish, those are the days you get the best entries. I say this every time we get these moments, but these are the days you get the best entries when we are dipping down into support, where you're saying to yourself, I don't like crypto, it's stressing me out. You know, this time it's going to break through. These are the moments where we get the best entries, where the secondary entries are always these breaks and these retests. So the best work is always done when you are most uncomfortable. If you're coming here today because the market's green looking for entries, you missed the best entries yesterday when the market was red. So just remember that for your thought process when you are looking for positions. You rather want to be looking when the market is bearish and red. That's where you are looking for your longs. And when the market is green, okay, like earlier today, you're looking for your rejection areas. That's where you should be feeling a little bit more bearish, for example. Let's do ICP. MATIC, ICP, DRT.
Okay, cool. I got those two ready, by the way.
Okay.
Wild and veracity.
Okay, coming for you now.
Yeah, whenever.
Okay, so this is the MATIC play at the moment. Let's pull up this 200-week MA. Okay, so MATIC right now, 200-week MA and 786, it's trying to hold, okay? So this is the strategy for MATIC. If it doesn't bounce in this region, you are looking for your next area, 7230. So this is your next potential solid support region where you could start nibbling at a move. And then remember, once we break that trend and we start retesting, then we go, then we get super bullish again. Okay, so MATIC, it's here, 77. Or it's 72. Those are the current zones that I would suggest. Okay, let's look at GRT. I do so many charts. Sometimes I lose track which exchange I'm on. got this massive lag again. Okay, there it comes. Okay, cool. So here's GRT. This was the potential short or bearish scenario I gave you guys yesterday. So remember, yesterday we had dipped down into this 50-day MA while we were saying we were looking for a bounce. We now got our bounce, and we pushed into the horizontal resistance area and trend. So this was this trend retest we were talking about yesterday. If we invert that, now we have the trend retest. Okay, so potentially if this was a long setup, we'd call this a retest for a bullish move here. Now we have the inverse, okay, and you can see what's going on. So let's just let's identify these stocks. Let's look at these stochastics, and let's see what they are telling us. I've got a mega lag here. Okay, so these the 12 hour still wants to push higher. The 4 hour still wants to push higher. No, the 4 hour is at the top. Doesn't mean that is the top. The 8 hour wants to push higher. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is only turning up now. So the stocks are looking more bullish than bearish, if that makes sense. So yesterday they were looking super bullish. Today they are looking a little bit bullish, not as bullish as yesterday. So right now, yeah, bullish stochastics at a resistance area. It's a 50-50 play here for me. So the shorters, the bears, this is your potential bear zone. But remember, now you have a 1 hour trying to push higher, and you've got the 8 hour moving up and the 12 hour moving up. So bulls are going to say, well, we want to wait for this blow up through here. We want to see support, and then we're going to go. Bears, well, you've got your entry. Your entry was here at the 618 when we pumped into that region, 01634. Okay, so no changes there really right now. Okay, Bruce, can you give us...
Sure. I got Veracity and Worldwild. Veracity... You can pretty much see that what it did is it pushed up into this area right over there that became resistance, and it's basically range played for, gosh, that's since early November. This has been 2 months, and pushed up here and finally lost its cookies, came back down, and is retesting support. Followed that trend down. It broke through, and you can see from these candles right there that it met a lot of resistance, right? So pushed up, rejected, pushed up, rejected, pushed up, rejected, and is basically retesting the entrance. This kind of looks identical to almost everything else right now, right? Got a good entrance right over there. I didn't take it, but there would have been a good entrance right over there. Pushed up, and it's kind of coming back to retest it. And I sort of think all of this stuff, because all the other ones look the same, is it really depends on what Bitcoin does, right? If Bitcoin and these stochastics are mixed, if Bitcoin loses it and comes back down to test this trend line and support over here, everything's going to tank with it. So we're still highly correlated to Bitcoin on that. So if you're feeling like Bitcoin's going to pump from here, you're at a great entry point on Veracity. You can put your stops below. Put your stops below that last wick over there. It's kind of big for a big leverage trade, but for a spot trade, that would be perfectly reasonable. If you want to be a little more degen-y, you could put it just on the other side of that trend line, but I wouldn't do that in this market personally. Just as this stochastics overbought the 12 and then some of them were oversold, so it's a real mixed bag. WorldCoin, a hell of a pump. What was that? That was 82%. So if you caught that one, rock and roll. That was really cool. Came back and retested a really well-defined support level, right? Boom, 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 and it's right down there now. Which on the big fib, which drew from the bottom of this move to the top, is exactly at the 382. Wild is wild, but if you think if the market's going to turn, it's absolutely at a beautiful entry point right now. Your stop would go underneath that last wick, which wouldn't be that bad. That'd be like just shy of 3%. I'd be comfortable with that. because if it drops below that, you really want to get out of this one fast. The reason is simple: is there's nothing to stop you over there with price tanks. Oh, �11𝗓𝗓 just pinged my alert. Oh, that's really weird. So if it drops below that support region, below that last wick, it's likely to tank back all the way down to that area. So please be really careful and wild.
Yeah, quick exit. If it starts looking a bit dodgy there, quick exit.
Yeah.
Look, at a mega pump. Somebody's going to be taking profits here. So
Exactly. But this thing, wild is wild. So if you want to take a small test on this and works, you can be very happy.
Okay, nice. Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's look at ICP. So this thing, I missed this one, unfortunately. Massive move here. What I'm looking for here, if you still want a piece of this is your weekly. Okay, this is weekly resistance now. We want to see this weekly resistance turn into support. You can use this marker as your low. So let's pull this one up. Let's see how this works out here. 9.09. So that's a potential support base for you for ICP with an upside target again of around about 12. So I don't know fundamentally what the story is here. I actually don't know much about this thing other than when it launched, when I traded it 2-3 years ago on FTX. That was the last time I really touched this guy. So I don't know what's changed fundamentally, but what I can give you, weekly horizontals that you want to reclaim, 9.6. Current support, call it 9.1.
Yeah.
And then your 382, 8.5. Those are your key levels. You lose that 8.5, then I think you're coming down. This candle just came up way too fast for me. At some point, they want to come back and have a look there.
Yeah.
So, it might not be in the next month or two, but I reckon at some point they're coming back to take a look at that one. Okay, let's go. There's lots of options here. Okay, let's go DOT.
PJ Fox, sorry if I frightened you there.
Did you scare him off?
Yeah, well, my alarm went off, and he thought it was his liquidation alert, and
guys, you've been liquidated too many times if you're freaking out when you hear that liquidation. You get PTSD from that stuff. Okay, so dot on the daily. Okay, let me see what I can give you on the weekly here for dot.
Man.
Okay, what do we got here? It's actually been a decent performer. I mean, ETH only did about 50%. What has DOT done? 120. So DOT hasn't been the worst. What I can give you for DOT, weekly stuff, really. Your main support for DOT, and it's big support here, around about 6.2. Call it 6.2 is your main support on weekly for DOT. Let's see if we got some degen sort of setups here for you. Okay, so you're going to find here that we probably had a trend break and a retest. Let's see what they came back for. Okay, 382. Okay, so yeah, typical altcoin responding to BTC moving. I mean, we always have our outliers doing our thing, but DOT is another one. You pick your favorite coins. When BTC is dropping onto its various or corresponding FIBs, you pick your favorite alts that you know trade well with BTC, and you're going to find they do tie in very nicely here. So DOT is just a typical play here, 382 bounce. The next thing you're going to watch is the 618. So 618 at 6.63, and your current area is 6.77. And you lose yesterday's low, then things are a bit stiff. You know, things aren't looking good. The market's going to be looking a little bit sad. Okay, Bruce, thanks for helping out here today.
You're very welcome, my brother.
Okay, guys, that's everything I've got for you at the moment today. Ping me on Twitter, guys. I'm building up my Twitter. I'm trying to put more content in there for you guys. I've been very slack on that, and I want to start putting more info in Twitter for you guys. I want to start dropping some trades in there for you. So follow me at the Lord of Entry. I have changed my picture. I had a 𝗖𝗵 NFT, which actually turned out to be an absolute rug at some point. So I've now changed my my profile picture to this guy, so you might not recognize me, but there I am. He's my new guy. Let me show you what he looks like there. There he is. Okay, so he's now a soul punk that I bought on Soul Punk because he looked a little bit like me. So that is my new guy. So follow me at the Lord of Entry on Twitter. I'm going to be dropping some more info for you, some daily stuff, and I'm going to really start firing it up in the coming weeks. So keep an eye there, and you can also DM me if you got some cool stuff. Tag me there, drop me some charts, let me know, let me look at some of your charts. And other than that, guys, trade safely. We've seen where we are with BTC. We know our levels now. Trade safe, stop losses, don't use high leverage, don't kill yourselves. Remember, new opportunity tomorrow. Every day gives us new opportunities in the market. So just play it safe out there. We will see you guys tomorrow. Later.